So we just talked about the book Story by Robert McKee, and that a lot of where it gets the idea of the story structure and the Hollywood screenplay is from the idea of the myth of the hero's journey. And here's just a diagram of the kind of the arc of the story and what the hero goes through. And you start off at the top and then you move clockwise around the circle. So you can see that everything starts out normal. Then there are tests as he moves down the circle. And so how this relates to a wedding is that your journey kind of begins. They begin to get ready. They change their clothes. They prepare, and then they begin to enter. And it does follow, in my opinion, a linear way, but there can be elements that aren't linear that kind of enhance that part of the story. Such as quotes from Toast or something. That's also a good way to break up the parts and to also change gears a little bit. So, but as you move forward, you get to kind of like the pinnacle, which then moves you forward to kind of the resolution where you return to normal, which works good as far as your peak being, in my opinion, the vows, and then you move into the reception, and then things kind of end, and get back to normal near the end. So as you go, you can also add additional storytelling elements, like beginning to raise the stakes, having obstacles. You can even add those. If you really start to think about the story and you want to become very good at that, you can add those little elements. Or if you watch a lot of reality television, you'll see that people actually will add in almost their obstacles. They've enhanced the obstacle. They're making it very dramatic. These are things where if you were making the reality show, you wouldn't even think they're a big deal. But they kind of they're, in a way, the producers of these reality shows are the antagonists. And in a way, I think you can think of yourself as a storyteller also as the antagonist of the story, not the antagonist of the related to the protagonist. That could be something different, but you are, as a storyteller, you kind of have to put the hero through hell so he can prove himself and come out the other side, so he can change. And so obviously you're not going to physically do that, but in your story and in the way you're portraying it, you want to make it look like he's overcome these great odds and these obstacles. So if there is anything like that as you shoot or as you edit, if you notice these type of things, that's where you can really start adding that. And the same thing if you hear things like the couple overcame obstacles or something, then realize where you can put that in the story. If it's a gigantic obstacle, don't put that at the beginning. Don't say, I'm going to start it with the big toast about how, I don't know, whatever the giant obstacle was. That should probably go, somewhere else, like, life-threatening thing. Well, that should go right before the vows, if or maybe a little bit after, but it should be near that peak moment. Same thing like a little obstacle. A little obstacle might be, we lost the keys to the car, we can't find our shoes. Okay, that's a great thing. Oh, they can't find our shoes. Don't miss out on something like that. And that goes more for shooting than editing. But if you see that in the shoot, if you see footage as you're editing that, oh, they're missing their shoes, don't think, hey, I'm not going to use that. Oh, that's not like a good part of the day. That's a great part of the day, because that's a great obstacle to include in your story. And we want to make it dramatic. We want to make it interesting, and that's how we do it.